A 24-inch monitor that costs around $170, how will it perform for the money they will spend on it? Let's find out. If you know anything about Xiaomi, you must know that the main thing of their brand is to give value to the customer that spend money on their product. And my past review of the Xiaomi phone proved just that. You are paying a price for a mid-range phone, but bam! You got yourself a high-end phone with the latest processor from Snapdragon. So, with this in mind, I do have great hope on this monitor itself. This is a rather straightforward monitor that doesn't have many exciting features such as 144Hz refresh rate, mini LED display, or any sort of high-end specification. But it is simple enough for an everyday casual use monitor. Let's go through some of the specs that interest me the most. But before that, let's look at the design. For a 2021 monitor, I expect no less than a minimum bezel monitor, unlike the new iMac. Sorry. Back to the topic. A quick look at this monitor, you'll know that this is a well-designed monitor, and first impression is an important factor on whether you know you get your money well spent or not. First off, this is a 1080p 60Hz IPS panel, naturally translates to a wide viewing angle display. As a typical IPS panel, it has a 178 degree of wide viewing angle that claim to produce equal amount of color and detail wherever you look at it, as long as it's within 178 degree, which is almost straight. But let's test the claim. Yup, it's well within my expected range. Color did not shift much during my testing, and the IPS screen really did its job well in this department. For casual usage, where this monitor is supposed to be, which in my case is a screen for this mini TV box. Subscribe so that you get updates whenever I post a review for this little fella. It is more than enough. It also comes with a matte display, so if you're using this monitor with lots of backlight, this is a nice touch. I'm not much a multi-screen guy as I prefer an ultra-wide monitor, but with a bezel that thin, getting a triple monitor setup doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. Since this is not a gaming monitor per se, which has a 6 millisecond response time, so do not expect a great gaming experience here if the game you play are fast-paced oriented. Similar to what Apple emphasized on their new 24-inch iMac on how thin is it, this mini monitor also did just that and looked quite impressive. Again, at least on the side. No one will appreciate how thin the monitor is once you set it up, but you can purposely place your monitor in a way that you could look at the side of it every time you pass by. It can be a good thing to appreciate your purchase, but hey, you do you. Looking at the monitor itself, it only consists 4 ports, 1 power button double as a directional key, power port, HDMI, and a VGA. Not much of a choice for us. Plug in the power cord and HDMI cable and you're good to go. One important thing to note is that there is no built-in speaker in this monitor, not even a single lousy speaker. Some of you might say it's better off without any internal speaker, as any external speaker will sound even better. Yes, I do agree, but at this price point, without any fancy feature like 144Hz or even curved screen, I do expect it at least have a speaker in it. But that's just me. As for the mobility of the monitor, it can only be tilted a few degrees outward and downward, which is quite normal for the monitor at this price point. So I won't deduct any mark from here. A 24-inch monitor seems small for some of you guys, but I must say, this monitor is perfect for any student that's currently staying in a dorm, which has a limited desk space. The base of this monitor is a bit on the bigger side, which may take up some of your precious desk space, but I do think this is as minimal as it can get without sacrificing its stability. Overall, in my opinion, I do not recommend nor recommend this monitor to you all, as there is no defining feature that make this monitor stand out from the crowd. Competitors such as Samsung and Asus will offer standout features such as 144Hz, better response time, or even gimmick like curved screen around the same price point. So there you have it. Here are my quick review of this Mi 24-inch monitor. Like and subscribe if you find my content helpful. Thanks for watching. Ciao!